The night I was kidnapped, I thought I was going to die. A van stopped beside me as I left the subway. Hand over my mouth. A needle in my neck. Darkness. When I woke up, my wrists were tied and my head was pounding. Basement. Concrete walls. A single light hanging from the ceiling. And a man sitting in a chair across from me. Gloves. Gun on the table. My heart started screaming inside my chest. "Please don't," I whispered. He tilted his head. "You're not supposed to wake up yet." Tears spilled down my face. "You're going to kill me." "No," he said calmly. "I just stole you." He brought me water. Untied one hand so I could drink. Never touched me. Never raised his voice. But never left. "Why me?" Sub. He was quiet for a long time. Then softly. "Because someone paid a lot of money to make you disappear." My breath shattered. "Who?" "I can't tell you yet." Fear twisted inside me. "You're lying. You're the one who wants to hurt me." He shook his head slowly. "If I wanted to hurt you, you wouldn't be awake." Silence crushed the room. Am I a hostage?" "No," he whispered. "You're a rescue." The second day he brought me clothes, food, blanket, untied my wrists completely, left the door unlocked. I didn't run. I was too afraid. "What's your name?" I whispered. He hesitated. "Call me Ash." "Is that your real name?" "No." Tears filled my eyes. "You're keeping me here against my will." "Yes," he agreed calmly. "But not for the reason you think." He pulled out a folder and slid it across the floor. Inside, photos of me, leaving work, getting on the subway, sitting in cafes, notes written in red. Target confirmed. Payment received. Accident stage. My heart stopped. They were going to kill me. "Yes." "And you stopped them." "Yes." My voice shook. "Then why am I still locked here?" He looked at me with something dark and protective in his eyes. "Because," he said quietly, "the man who ordered your death is still looking for you." The truth came with a photograph. Ash placed it on the table without a word. It was my engagement photo. Me smiling. My fiancé's arm around my waist. A ring on my finger. My heart stopped. "Why do you have this?" "Because," Ash said quietly. "He's the one who hired them." The room spun. "You're lying." He slid another paper toward me. Contract. Name. A large payment. And my fiancé's signature at the bottom. "Make it look like an accident." I screamed. I don't remember falling to the floor. Only Ash catching me before my head hit the concrete. "He loved me," I sobbed. "No," he whispered. "He loved your money." My chest burned. "Why would he want me dead?" "Because," Ash said softly. "You changed your will last month." Cold flooded my veins. "My father's company." "Yes," he nodded. "You inherit everything when you marry." Tears poured down my face. "So he decided to marry me, and then kill me." "Yes." Silence crushed us. "And you?" I whispered. "Why do you care?" He hesitated, then said quietly, "Because I was hired first." My breath shattered. "You what?" "He paid me to kidnap you," Ash admitted. "Not to kill you." Fear exploded inside me. "So this is still a job?" "No," he said instantly. "Not anymore." He told me everything. How my fiancé hired 3 men to stage a subway accident. How Ash followed them, killed one, scared the others away, and then took me himself. "To keep you where no one could find you," he whispered. My whole body shook. "You're a criminal." "Yes. But you're alive." I stared at him through tears. "Why didn't you just take me to the police?" "They're on his payroll," Ash said quietly. Cold slid down my spine. "He owns half the city." Fear wrapped around my throat. "So I'm trapped here." "For now," he nodded. "And after?" Silence. Then softly, "I don't know yet." They came the third night. Not loud. Not breaking doors. Someone tried the lock. Very slowly. Ash pushed me behind him and pulled out a gun. "Don't move," he whispered. Footsteps above us. A whisper through the vent. "They found us." My heart pounded so hard I thought it would explode. The door handle turned. Up. In. Scream. A gunshot. Silence. Ash didn't move for a long time. Then he opened the door. 2 men lay in the hallway. Blood spreading across the floor. My stomach twisted. You killed them." "Yes," he said calmly. "They were going to take you back." Tears streamed down my face. "For what?" "For him to finish the job." Collapsed against the wall. "This is my fault." "No," Ash whispered. "It's mine." He wiped blood from his hands. "I should have left the city with you the first night." After that, he never left me alone. Slept on the floor beside my bed. Checked every lock, every window, every sound. Sometimes I woke up to find him watching me like he was afraid I would disappear. One night, shaking, I whispered, "Why are you really still here?" He was silent for a long time, then finally said, "Because when I took you, I realized something." My breath hitched. "What?" "You were the first thing in my life. I didn't want to sell." Silence burned between us. "You could leave," I whispered. "Run." He shook his head. "They'd kill you in a day. And you." A sad smile touched his lips. "I already chose how I die." My throat tightened. "For me." "Yes," he said softly. "And that's why. I'm not letting you go." I tried to escape at dawn. Not running. Not screaming. Just walking. Ash had fallen asleep on the floor beside my bed, one hand still holding his gun. For the first time since he stole me, he looked human, tired, bleeding through the bandage on his side. I stepped over him carefully, opened the basement door. The stairs were empty. The front door was unlocked. Freedom waited one step away. My hand touched the handle, and a voice behind me said softly, "Don't." Froze. Ash stood at the bottom of the stairs, barefoot, gun in his hand, eyes dark and hurt. "You were going to leave me," he whispered. Tears filled my eyes. "I just wanted to breathe." "You would have died," he said quietly. "I didn't even make it to the street before 2 men parked outside this house." My knees gave out. "They're still hunting me." "Yes. And you still tried to run." Silence burned. "You don't trust me," he whispered. "I'm afraid of you." His jaw tightened. "Good." He stepped closer. "Fear keeps you alive." That night he showed me the numbers. Not in a book. Not on a screen. On his skin. Scars. Thin white lines crossing his chest and arms. "Every one of these," he whispered, "is a man I killed because of you." My breath shattered. "How many?" He hesitated. 26. Cold flooded my veins. "You killed 26 people for me?" "Yes. And before me." Silence. Then softly, "Hundreds." I stared at him in horror. "You're not a rescuer." "No," he agreed. "I'm what rescues hire when they don't want witnesses." Tears streamed down my face. "Then why didn't you leave me with the others?" "Because," he whispered, "I recognized you." My heart stopped. "From where?" "You were 16, he said quietly. "Your father hired me to follow you when you started getting threats." Memory flickered. Black car. A man across the street. Eyes watching me. "You've been watching me for years." "Yes. And when your fiancé ordered your death, I finally had a reason to take you." Fear and something darker collided inside me. "So you didn't save me. You were always mine to protect." The name came after that. Nutish. Not anything real. "My name is Victor," he whispered. "And before I was a mercenary, I was your father's security." Tears burned. "You knew my family." "Yes. And you let me fall in love with a man who wanted to kill me." His voice broke. "I thought he was clean." Silence crushed us. "You can still turn me in," he said quietly. "There's a phone hidden in the kitchen. One call and I disappear forever. My hand shook. You killed people. Yes. You kidnapped me. Yes. You're keeping me here. Yes. He looked at me with terrifying honesty. And I love you. My heart stopped. That's not possible. I loved you when you were 16, he whispered. I loved you when you didn't know my name. I loved you when I carried you unconscious into this basement. Tears streamed down my face. You're sick. Yes. But I'm the only reason you're alive. The chance came the next morning. Siren outside. Not police. Ambulance. 2 officers knocked, asking questions about gunshots in the area. Ash pushed a phone into my shaking hand. Now, he whispered. Say the word. The door opened. The officers stepped inside. Smiling. One of them looked at me. Miss, are you okay? My mouth opened. My heart screamed. This was it. Freedom. Justice. A life without blood. I looked at Ash. Standing behind them. Gun hidden. Come. Ready to die. I remembered the photos. The contract. My fiancé's signature. The men who came to finish the job. 26 bodies that kept me breathing. I'm fine, I whispered. They're just fixing the basement. The officers nodded and left. The door closed. Silence swallowed the room. Sh dropped his gun. Hands shaking. You chose me. I chose to live, I whispered. He stepped toward me slowly, like I might run. You still don't understand, he said softly. This isn't the first time you chose me. Cold crept into my bones. What do you mean? He touched my cheek gently. The first time someone tried to kill you. You were 14. The first attempt happened when I was 14. He told me that night, sitting on the floor across from me, gun resting between his knees like a confession. You were walking home from school, Victor whispered. A man followed you into an alley. My breath froze. Memory flickered. Shadow. Running footsteps. Hand grabbing my backpack. A scream that never came out. I shot him from across the street, Victor continued quietly. 1 bullet. Clean. Tears streamed down my face. You saved me. Yes. And then? I told your father it was random, he said softly. But it wasn't. Cold slid through my veins. What do you mean? He was paid, Victor whispered. Paid by who? Silence. Long. Heavy. By me. The world broke. You. My voice disappeared. I sent him, Victor said calmly. Not to hurt you. To scare you. I stood up shaking. You let someone attack me. So I could stop him, he said gently. So your father would hire me permanently. My chest burned. You used me. Yes. And after that. I arranged the threats, he whispered. The letters. The phone calls. The men watching your house. My knees gave out. So every time you saved me, I was saving you from myself. Tears poured down my face. You're insane. Yes, he agreed quietly. But you were alive. He showed me the truth the next morning. Not words. Proof. Hidden laptop. Files dated years back. Videos. Me at 16. Walking. Laughing. Talking to friends. Notes beside each file. Stage fear. Intervene late. Build dependency. My hands shook so badly I couldn't hold the mouse. You planned my life. Yes. And my fiancé. He was greedy, Victor said softly. Easy to convince. Cold wrapped around my throat. So he didn't order my death. No, Victor admitted. I did. I screamed until my throat bled. Hit him. Scratched him. Bit his shoulder. Tried to stab him with his own knife. He never fought back. Let me hurt him. Let me cry. Held me when I collapsed shaking. I never wanted you dead, he whispered into my hair. I wanted you to need me. You destroyed my life. I built it around you. Fear twisted into something worse. Understanding. So you kidnapped me. Because you were losing control, he finished quietly. Silence crushed us. You can kill me now, he said calmly. Turn me in. Run. He placed his gun in my hands, pointed it at his chest. No cameras. No witnesses. My finger shook on the trigger. You murdered people. Yes. You ruined my childhood. Yes. You stole my life. Yes. Tears blinded me. And you still think I'll stay? He looked at me with terrifying certainty. You always do. That night men came again. Not to kill me. To kill him. My fiancé's men. Real this time. Bullets shattered the windows. Glass everywhere. Victor pushed me behind him. Shot back calmly. 2 men fell. The third ran. Silence returned. Smoke. Blood. Bodies on the floor. My hands were shaking uncontrollably. You see, Victor whispered. They'll never stop. Tears streamed down my face. This will never end. Yes, he agreed softly. Unless you choose me. Later, while he cleaned the blood from his hands, I found the final file. Hidden. Encrypted. Opened with his fingerprint. A single document. Project Angel. My name written at the top. Budgets. Men hired. Threats staged. Rescues scheduled. And one line that shattered the last piece of me. Phase 5. Emotional bond secured. Prepare final kidnapping. I walked back into the room slowly. He looked up. You planned all of this? Yes. So you could steal me? No, he whispered. So you would finally choose me. Tears fell silently. You never saved me. I saved you from a world that would never protect you, he said softly. And from men who would use you. And from myself. I whispered. He stood in front of me, hands shaking. Yes. The truth about my father came with a phone call. Victor's phone rang while he slept beside the door. Unknown number. I answered with shaking hands. A man's voice. Is she alive? My blood froze. Who is this? I. Tell Victor he did well. Silence swallowed the room. My father. I whispered. Yes, the man said softly. Put him on. I dropped the phone. Victor woke instantly. Saw my face. He took the phone. Didn't speak for a long time. Just listened. Then finally said quietly. Yes, sir. She's safe. When he hung up, his hands were shaking. You knew, I whispered. He didn't answer. My father knew everything. Yes. He paid you. Yes. He let you terrorize me as a child. Yes. So I would marry the right man. Inherit the company. Stay obedient. Yes, Victor whispered. The world shattered. He was afraid someone would really kill you, Victor said softly. So he hired me to control the danger. And you turned it into love. No, he said. I turned it into mine. I laughed. Broken sound. My own father sold my life to you. He thought he was protecting you. And you. I knew I was owning you. Tears burned. You're both monsters. Yes, Victor agreed. But only one of us loves you. The police came at dawn. Real this time. Sirens. Lights. Megaphones. This is the police. Come out with your hands up. Victor closed the laptop slowly. Looked at me. This is the end. My heart pounded. They'll kill you. No, he said gently. They'll take me. Silence crushed us. You can still leave, he whispered. I'll distract them. You'll die. Yes. And I'll finally deserve it. He kissed my forehead. Stood up. Gun in his hand. And then, I did the one thing he never expected. I locked the door. He turned slowly. What are you doing? They're not taking you, I whispered. Tears streamed down my face. You destroyed my life. Yes. You stole my childhood. Yes. You made me love you. Yes. My voice broke. And I don't know who I am without you. Silence shattered. You're choosing me, he whispered. I'm choosing to end this, I said softly. Then I picked up his phone, dialed my father, put it on speaker. He answered instantly. Is it done? Yes, I said. Silence. Who is this? Your daughter. The line went dead, then rang again, shaking. Please don't do this. You sold me, I whispered. I protected you. You owned me. I looked at Victor, the man who ruined me, and saved me, and loved me, and built my cage. Tell the police the truth, I said into the phone. Or I will. Sob. I'll do anything. Confess, I whispered. And call them off. Minutes passed. Sirens stopped. Orders shouted. Cars pulling away. Silence fell. Hours later. It was over. My father was arrested. Conspiracy. Murder for hire. Trafficking. Everything. The empire collapsed overnight. And Victor sat on the floor staring at me like he had just seen a miracle. You saved me. No, I whispered. I saved myself. I had one last choice. Kill him. Turn him in. Or let him disappear. He stood in front of me. Gun on the table. You can end me, he said calmly. You should. My hand shook. You murdered people. Yes. You manipulated my life. Yes. You loved me in the worst possible way. Yes. Tears streamed. And I still can't hate you. He closed his eyes. Then leave. I walked to the door. Opened it. Sunlight poured in. Freedom. Life. Future. Stop. Turn back. And whispered the words that destroyed us both. Go. His eyes flew open. What? Disappear, I said. Never come near me again. Silence. You're letting me live. No, I whispered. I'm making you suffer. Tears ran down his face. You're the only thing I ever loved. And I'm the only thing you'll never have again. Years later, people write books about the billionaire who went to prison for trying to kill his daughter. About the ghost mercenary who vanished without a trace. They never write about me. The girl who was hunted, saved, and finally, chose herself. Sometimes at night, I still feel eyes on me. Still dream of basements, guns, hands pulling me into safety. And sometimes, in the reflection of dark windows, I swear I see him, watching, protecting, from far away. And I understand something terrifying. He created my fear, but I created his forever. Because the worst punishment for a man like him is not death. It's loving something he can never touch again.